Hello. I'm Jesus Christ. Can't wait for this next sermon. Here comes the next sermon. If you want to call it that, I'm not an ordained minister by any way, shape, or form. I'm going to do my best here. Okay. I want to give you an example of, say a husband or a wife or a boyfriend or girlfriend, like say a husband or wife, like you compare like your God-given husband or wife and like a boyfriend or girlfriend that you actually did love in your life. Okay, I mean, let's say this, and I'll start off with this. Like at one point, I'm engaged to Lauren Daigle now, and I know she's very beautiful. I know she's my God-given wife. She's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my entire life. This is kind of a weird example. I'm gonna do my best to say it, but okay, so it's kind of the difference between a God-given and like the angel singing and settling because something looks good or kind of fits the bill. Like, oh, that might work. It's like in my first love. I'm just a kid in high school, and I'm going through school. Of course, I wanted a girlfriend. I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know who it was. I didn't know the right one. I didn't even know God, but I knew I wanted a girlfriend. So as a kid, I'm going around through school, and you see girls that are pretty, girls that might be very sexy, whatever. I'm just a dude in school. And then one day I see this girl, and like, well, she's kind of cute. That might work. I mean, yeah. And then I ended up seeking her, and I got her. And like we dated for 4 years, and I fell in love with her. Okay, it didn't work out, and she fell in love with me. I'm pretty sure too. Didn't work out. So this has happened to me quite a few times in my life. Like years have gone, and I've had my issues with losing my identity and stuff. Like when I was enough into myself that I could I would like a girl. I might say, well, she's pretty, and I might really like them sometimes, but like, she's pretty, she could fit the bill. I mean, that might work. But I'll give you a recent example. This is like a couple years ago. There's a girl I liked, and I'm living in these apartments, right? I've been living there for a while, and like there's like an office manager in there, and I knew she was cute. She was okay. I felt kind of safe with her, and like after a few years, like one day I realized like I connected some dots. Like, oh my god, this girl likes me, and I was like, oh, that could kind of work. That could kind of work. That might work. I mean, it kind of fits the bill. That could fit the bill. That's settling. That's not the God given. It's not settling. I mean, that's settling. It's not God given. That's like not right. That's a counterfeit, right? It's not the God given right one. It's not the holy one, the soul one. It's not your soulmate. So stuff goes by. I'm like seeking this girl for a while. And meanwhile, Lauren Daigle's coming onto the scene in my life, new to me. It's like I'm a fan of her now. I'm watching her stuff, and I actually DM'd her. And like she started chasing me a little bit. I like I was in a trance, right? Let's call it the Genesis trance. Imagine the trance is like metaphorical, right? Like I knew I liked Lauren, but I wasn't completely aware of it. I was like resisting her. I was asleep to Lauren. Lauren liked me. I'm like almost in this dream state trance, like kind of like I don't know what's going on. I don't know who I am, what I want. I don't know what's right for me. Call that God put Adam into a dream or a trance state. Like I didn't even know it was right for me. So like I've had these girls that are like, well, that could kind of fit the bill. Let's call that one girl who's in the office. Like, well, that could kind of work. And I even resisted Lauren because Lauren started showing me she liked me. All right, Lauren started showing me that she liked me. I'm like, I didn't completely understand. I was like resisting her some, and stuff didn't work out with the other one. I was like, sadly, like I give up on the other one. I'm like sitting there, kind of like sad. I'm thinking about my life, reflecting on stuff. So like, so I'll give you an example. Okay, and like, okay, I will say this. I'll say this first. Finally, one day, as I'd been reflecting for a few years, I'm like, Lauren's really pretty, a good person. She's a Christian singer. She's a star. I mean, she's built. She's sexy. She's showing you she likes you, Chris. And like, what she's really pretty. You're a fan. What the hell? What are you doing, Chris? And I asked her to marry me, all right? And like when she responded within like 30 minutes, her response was a post that said, "Shop till you drop." It was her on a screen, and she was saying there's a snake loose in the mall, and at first I was like, what was that? But I knew it was the sweetest voice I'd ever heard in my life. When I heard that voice, the angel sang behind her. I mean, it's like, if I've ever heard angels sing, that was through her when she said, "Shop till you drop." Sweetest voice I ever heard in my life, all right? Like the angels sang. The angels freaking sang with that. I was like, is this real? And believe me, before, like, it was shortly after, I think it was the next day, it became another post. Yes, 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 boldface. And then here come the DM. She's DMing me, and yeah, when I'm talking to her, she said, "Yes, I will marry you. We wait for me." And I knew like then, oh my God, that is heaven. The angels sang. And there was no more of that office girl. It's like, oh my God, the office girl was not the right one. I wasn't even aware of it. So here's kind of like the biggest part of the, I don't want to call it a sermon. I'm calling it a sermon. You can call it a sermon from my peeling Big Lots recliner chair, because my parents had to buy it for me, so I don't have any money. It's cheap. I love it. It's comfortable, but it's peeling all over my floor and it gets on my clothes. It's a Big Lots cheap fake leather chair. A sermon from Big Lots chair. Here's the moral of the story. With a God-given wife or husband, imagine like two Christmas presents, right? Two gifts being placed in front of you in this world, and it happens a lot. Maybe you get a whole bunch of gifts, but there's only the one right one. Imagine it's not even hidden in a box. You're like looking at these gifts. You can see everything that they are. Let's say it's women or it's men. You look right at them, right? And you might not even think that you like the ones that aren't right for you more. You're like, I like that one more. Say for a minute, I might have thought I liked the girl in the office more, But it's kind of like this. You're looking at all these gifts. You can see everything, including the God-given. I could see Lauren. I could see the office girl. Let's say I saw this office girl. I saw Lauren. I'm like, I didn't know. I could see everything. So I thought I liked the office girl more at one point. But like, here's the interesting thing about when it's God-given. Like, you might actually see this gift standing in front of you. You see everything that you think you can see. Well, try touch the one that's God-given. I touched Lauren, and oh my God, here come the angels singing. I just knew. That's kind of the thing, the way it is with your counterfeit or the people you settle for because they're pretty or they have money or whatever, and your God-given wife or husband. It's like a present sitting in front of you. You might see it. You might see multiple presents, and you might think you like some more than others. Touch that God-given one. The moment you touch that God-given one, you will know that it's heaven. You will know. You might not even have known it until you touch it. Once you touch it, the angels begin to sing. Your heart lights up. It just changes everything. Everyone else is forgotten. There's no going back. It's kind of how it is with a God-given wife or husband and all the counterfeits. It's like settling for the rest for whatever attributes they have. And maybe you like them, and you could even fall in love with them. I've been in love with before, more than once, to say. Only one received me once, but like with Lauren, she was like this present that was standing in front of me. I could see her. I knew I could see her. It was like not until I touched her that I had resisted at first. Once I touched her, oh my God, the angels started fucking singing. The angels were singing. I've never been the same. It's just different. You never know until you touch. You never know until you touch the God-given wife or husband. You won't know. You won't even know. You might think you like the other ones more. Touch that God-given wife or husband, and the angels sing. It's like unmistakable. It's eternal. It's different. Guess I'm rambling and bambling. The angels sing for me with Lauren. It's different, way different. And I guarantee any of you that are destined to fall in love, it'll be the same. You could be resisting a man or a woman that's actually God-given for other people. You could be resisting. You might have fallen in love with another man or woman multiple times in your life. You might see all these attributes. This guy's hot. This guy's beautiful. This guy's gorgeous. Got money. Whatever. This girl's beautiful. She's sweet. You might actually fall in love, date them. But if you actually touch the God-given one, it is different. The angels will sing. It is a totally different ballpark. So look for that. Remember that. You might even resist your God-given presence. You can look right at it and not know what it is until you touch it. And I think there's a Bible verse that says, "Taste and see that the Lord is God. Taste and see that the Lord is good." For me, I'm going to say touch and see that the Lord is good. And for me, the way I touched her was I just walked in there, said, "What the hell can I lose?" And I said, "Will you marry me?" And bam, the angels sang. The fucking angels sang, "I'm never going to be the same again." Talk to you later. I'm going to show you my fucking chair. I'm blessed to have this thing. I admit, this thing's comfortable, but it's peeling all over the place. I have to vacuum my floor a lot. I don't vacuum it very much, but like, it makes a freaking mess. I'm tired of being poor. Anyways, talk to you later.